And then tomorrow will be up close to 95.
It is hot today and is going to be even hotter.
We'll be up to 91 today.
We had an extraordinary number of deaths from the field.
The city is still advising seniors and other citizens to dress in light clothing, and especially drink plenty of water.
In 1995 here in Chicago, I was a brand new tending working in the emergency department. And in 1 week period, we had more than 700 people die in the city of Chicago from extreme heat. The emergency departments were overflowing. We were treating patients in the hallways and chairs in the waiting room.
I actually remember the heat wave because I remember we used to have to, Mommy would put us in the basement and we would have to stay there until the sun goes down because it was so hot and there was so many people dying from the heat wave.
Heat waves are particularly hard on people who live in cities because of what's called the heat island effect. Asphalt and concrete absorb heat, making urban areas much hotter than the surrounding suburbs. In response to the deadly heat wave of 1995, Chicago started looking for solutions.
We're not the only city that experiences the urban heat island effects, but we are very densely developed. So we had to look at ways where we could lower the temperatures. And one of the strategies that came from our investigation was green roofs.
Well, we have big blue stem, Rudbeckia. Over here, we have Joe Pye, the Silpiums, Blue lobelia, we have turtle heads. Last count, we counted up to 250 plants.
We are proving that these plants do help lower the temperatures and also help keep the building cooler too.
We know from research that we're going to see more intense and longer lasting and more frequent heat waves in Chicago and many other northern cities. We know that in Earth's history, the climate has always changed. The difference is that this time we're causing the changes, and the changes are occurring much faster, as we're the ones increasing the CO2 levels, and that's warming the Earth's atmosphere. And here in the Windy City, we want to decrease our CO2 emissions and increase our green space.
Greening Chicago is more than a slogan. It's a mission. Across the city, groups are ripping up parking lots, transforming alleyways, and turning asphalt schoolyards into unpaved paradise.
It's beautiful. You could just see it from everywhere, and it makes it look like, wow, look what they did in our neighborhood. They should do it everywhere. Everywhere that has some property, please put one of these there, because this is nice, awesome.
Greening urban areas has benefits beyond tempering heat waves. It can also unify a community, whether a neighborhood, school, or church.
We recognize that as a church, we wanted to commit to developing our community holistically. We like to use the term by any greens necessary. So we're extremely excited, the board and our committee, that we're going to go green and have a green roof, and we're going to retrofit the entire church.
I'm gonna let it shine.
We are called as a community to respond, city, churches, schools, as a civic society. What's fascinating in reference to the faith tradition, whether one is a Christian, whether one is Jewish or Muslim or Sikh or Hindu or Buddhist, every tradition has a deep respect for the land and for creation. There will be no other replacement earth, land, nothing of that nature. We are called as stewards, not owners, stewards of the earth.